EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And boy, a rough start to this one as this kick goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
We are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Off-play action. Mitchell. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Back at the 17-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get this ball.
Now Connor on the toss left side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Mitchell. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. The gun on 3rd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Justin Matabike. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
48 to Mike. 65, 65, 65. Set up. Check. 48's the mic. 48's the mic.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A quick throw complete to Washington. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Stephon Tuitt, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in.
Number 84.
And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Steelers nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Steelers nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 48 Mike. 19 tight. Cap, let's go. We got this. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we go Mike.
Operating from the gun. Mitchell. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Slam.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
coming, he's coming. Check in. We have for 11. Have for 11. 28. Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Big edge, big edge, big edge.
To throw is Mitchell. To throw on second down. Buying time to his left. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Steelers, nothing.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run. It's Dobbins. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
First and goal, Baltimore.
Mike 55. We got it. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll run with Dobbins. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
And goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Yeah, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Double time.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
By the Ravens.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Check the house read. Hey, middle.
Throwing is Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season, as the Ravens push further out in front. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
The score, Ravens 28, Steelers 0. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On the draw, counter. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Here we go. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
On the run is counter across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Powers through, and he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
At the 27-yard line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. It's a party now.
Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. That's Cummings. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of
15 yards on the play, first down.
Baltimore.
Press it up! 180! Press it! 58's the mic! I'm coming!
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Right there! All day, baby!
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
And a Raven first down.
Now Dobbins. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. Hey.
From the 39, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Jackson's
another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. As the first half is winding down, and the Ravens continue to pour it on. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in that. He'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will make it into the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
It's just me. It's a safety creep. Sponge, Sponge, Sponge. No, no, no. Go, Rig, go. He's checking crack.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. In your face.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Hayward on the tackle.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
58 to Mike.
There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
58, boys, 58.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one into the hands of Burton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
2 at the 46-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Bang, bang. Mike 56, Mike 56. You don't want it. You don't want none of it. Give it.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Watch the run, watch the run. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll run on first down. It's Green. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd down and 8.
56. Come on. Panther 60, Panther 60. Under crunch, under crunch.
They go jet sweep. Washington with it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
1 yard line.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Hey.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
You ain't going nowhere. Mike 53, 53, Mike. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll try to run with Dobbins. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
And it's 4th and goal at the 3-yard line.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And that hits off the left upright and it caroms away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
35.
So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like he heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
I'm here all day.
Again, it's Connor. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On first and 10 is Connor. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Connor, the ball carrier.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
48's the mic. Hey, defense, let's go.
On second down, it's Connor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down. Defensively, with this lead in the fourth quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
54. I got it.
They'll toss this out right for Connor. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Liking 18. Watch the run, watch the run. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". He runs, he runs, he runs.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on third down.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 54. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
From the gun, a give to Connor. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
They'll keep it on the ground. Green, he is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
58, Mike.
On third down, Green. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On first down, Connor plowing ahead for about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Right here, right here.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Gives to the first man through, Watt. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. On first down, it's Green. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. They'll keep it on the ground. Green. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
The running back again.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Today's final score, Ravens.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.